Alright, hey guys, let's try this one more time. This video is kind of taking at about a 20-minute mark the last couple of times I've done it, so I'm going to try to speed it up just a bit for you. So basically I've got all the tools out of my truck. I ordered 3 new bags, 2 of them from LAPG and 1 of them from Veto Pro Pac, which makes really good tool bags apparently. It's my first one. Everything in my job as a locksmith, I've consolidated different bags. Like I'd have this bag for one kind of purpose, and this bag to hold another tool, and you know, zipper bags from Lowe's to hold certain things, and even plastic bins. I just dump spare tools in these bins. So I'm kind of getting tired of that, and I wanted to consolidate a little bit more. So let's talk about real quick. The bags that I got is an MC Veto. You can check this out online, but I'll show you. It's got pliers and wrench pockets right here. I know black's hard to see, but and it's got bigger meter pockets. I think they kind of designed this for the HVAC trade. After having a bag with Molle all on the outside, I do wish that they would have made some of these so that you can pass through items, and on the sides there is a bigger one called the MCT that does have outside pockets, but the bigger the bag, the more the tools, the heavier it gets. And I'm just going to see what I can use this for with my more valuable tools that I don't want to leave in the vehicle. The other 2 bags I got, one of them is it's called a Molle bag. It's about a $14 bag from LAPG. Best bag I've ever had. I got one right here. This is literally my EDC. It goes everywhere with me, or stays locked at home. I carry all my essentials like contact solution and backup flashlights and stuff, and very, very important stuff. It's my purse, yes. So anyway, I bought a new one of those because, again, it's a $14 bag. This has been going for like 3 years now. Not a thing wrong with it. It is kind of fraying a little bit on the inside. They're made in China, but for $14, you can't beat a little briefcase size bag to carry your essentials in. So I did buy a new bag to switch it out. If I don't want to do that, I also bought what's kind of humorously called the Zombie Hunter bag. I'm going to set this over here. And the Zombie Hunter bag's a little bit bigger. I really bought it because it's only $17. It's got really nice pockets, and it's got these side pockets, which I always wish the Molle bag had. So I'm either going to transfer my EDC and see how it works out of this bag, or just put it in the new Molle bag that I got and use the old one for something else. Okay, let's get this going. So the Veto bag, I don't know if I showed you. Yeah, pockets, big pockets, small pockets for wrenches and pliers. Probably going to use that for some of my pouches and for some of my screwdrivers. This here is kind of a conglomeration of empty bags that I've got. I used to keep my meter in here, but I just found a new spot for it. Here's some string. There's a couple of little Maxpedition, really old Maxpedition pouches here that really aren't useful. This one I've got some wire strippers in there and some electrical tape and a pair of automatic strippers to strip fine wire. So that kind of gets attached whenever I'm going in to do nothing but electrical access control work. That goes in with me with this bag I'm about to show you. Here, just because it happened to fit, I keep some connectors for the brands that I use. I keep wire leads, some battery jumpers to test power to systems without having to hook it up. And here, I believe is my stud finder. Yep, stud finder for when I gotta start poking holes in walls. So that all kind of fit perfectly in there. So that's probably going to stay. And again, I take this belt off. I'll take some of these pouches off and put what I need on. If I'm needing to be going up and down a ladder, I'll strap that belt onto me. So going down the row, going back to the electrical part,
This right now is my main electrical bag.
I keep, and this is a Maxpedition old Fatboy, like a circa 20-year-old model.
So I keep different electrical tape in here.
Little box with some wire nuts in it. And I also keep, there is a zipper pouch in the back right here that I think is a concealed carry pouch, but
when I'm using it, I'll throw
some of my other stuff in there. It fits perfectly for most hand tools. And then on the inside, on the front pocket, it makes a great spot for this little canister that kind of became my default little connector. It's got little wire connectors in there. Kind of became my,
I just started using it and it worked out. So, and then on the inside with this
pouch, I've got my meter, clamp-on meter. I've got a infrared thermometer, and I have all three of these little items kind of fit perfectly. And this is all the leads in a Craftsman roll-up pouch. I might get another one of these. I love this pouch.
It's got my low voltage testers, my receptacle, my leads for the
tester I have, and some probes and various things, all to help me keep from being electrocuted. I'm glad I transferred the phone, otherwise this video would have been interrupted. So I'm not going to try to get all that in there. Also, there's a little side pocket here that works out well if I need to put other pliers in there and get to them, that'll hold them in.
The one neat thing about this that I've really liked so far
is you can unbelt it, and when you're working on access control and magnetic locks, I can put this on my ladder and just haul it around. So that's probably going to stay my electrical kit for a while. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to zoom in on everything else, but basically let me run through it. This kind of section right here is my most used. I'm always going into jobs with Phillips #2, cabinet tip, flathead, Klein, and a little small Klein flathead screwdriver, and a pair of alligator pliers, the small pair. And on my side, I keep a Allen wrench set that I've customized to keep it from scratching the sides of stuff. And I keep that clipped in my pocket there. And I always have my super tool, which I've done a video about. Leatherman Super Tool 300. Seems to have worked out to be a great locksmith tool. So check my YouTube previous videos for that. So again, going over all this. Again, this is empty right now. I'll go ahead and bring the camera a little bit closer so that you can see them. And sorry about having to do it this way, but let's just unclip it so I can go through. See, we're at 8 minutes, so I don't want to tell y'all up all day on a video. So anyway, that goes. There's my main. This is a rebar, which is a small version of the ST300. I had trouble deciding between the two, and bought the ST to begin with, and turned out a week later Lowe's had these on a ridiculous sale, so of course I had to get it. Alright, these were in a pouch that I picked up at an academy that was actually the perfect size for some of these pliers and wrenches, and not wrenches, but pliers. I've got a couple of pairs of the Klein sort of electrician tools. A couple of pairs are Klein and a Knipex linesman's pliers. A bigger version of the alligator pliers by Knipex. A smaller pair there, and another smaller duplicate pairs. And the electrician's little pliers that usually rides with that electrician kit that I had. Alright, so in here I've got just a clean cloth. I keep it clean to wipe eyeglasses with. My favorite tape measure of all time. Locksmiths very rarely need the big old 25-foot monster. So yeah, 8 foot is more than ample for most tasks. Okay, so the Maxpedition pouches, we got a fatty right here. And in the fatty I keep some automotive keys, bypass keys, some wrenches, Allen wrenches, my tubular pick and decoder, inspection mirror, a fuse puller in here, a pick kit that's mainly got broken key extractors in there because it's leather, it keeps them from jabbing into stuff. A little pair of ignition pliers right there, don't use those a lot, and mini fuses with the puller. A couple of drill deals that I've really never used. I like to wing it. Alright, so I don't use that a lot. This is also one I don't use a whole lot of. This is a M5, I believe, an old version of Maxpedition. I mainly just keep like pens and little paperwork and some spare business cards, coupons for local areas. In here, should open this up first, but in here it spreads out to different pockets, and I keep a plastic bag and a fake wallet and all that in there, so it's not really a big deal. My two favorite little items are the Maxpedition Mini Organizers, and you can see just how fat that sucker is, and it does zip up. But a little space pen, a tool for removing the socket or the nuts on mortise cylinders. Got a Leatherman sidekick, or the other one, there's a sidekick on another one, a few picks, metric wrenches for panic bars, a bunch of different links. We use several different manufacturers use different lengths of, you have to have extended Allen wrenches. A metric Allen wrench set, also with the customized sides. Some Sharpies up there, even back here in the back, one of those Schlage 8 or D series removal tools, and a Simplex removal tool, and even another backup little HPC flat kit here, just emergency backup for when I break my other ones. This is my least used mini. Just got vice grips, another cheapy sidekick or whatever tool. Cheapy at the time I bought them. Now they've gotten kind of too expensive for what they're worth. Hemostats for pulling wires. I just picked up this because I wanted a full size version. I keep losing my tire pressure gauge, but I got another little one there, and my little stubby Klein. Just a pair of darkened safety glasses. In my little rib pouch here, I keep several pairs of nitrile gloves, red so that I can find it. This is another empty pouch that's going to go over here with these other empty pouches. Alright, so let's see, I showed you all these. Here's a Schlage Rhodes removal tool. Here is a box of bits I've been finding them on sale. The drill bit with screwdriver bit kits, and I go through drill bits, but I very rarely go through screwdriver bits, so I've got to build up on screwdriver bits. My headlamp, one of my headlamps. This is a Maxpedition dump pouch. See how small it is there? You can keep this on your belt, and it's kind of real low profile. But if you tear it open, it folds open into this big pouch like that. And like, if you needed to, so it's called a dump pouch. So if you needed to hook it onto your belt, you could just dump stuff down in there. Alright, so some of the other stuff that I want to try to get in there, here's just a few extra drill bits and specialty pilot drills. All my combination wrenches, that some of them will go in this Craftsman tool roll, but I also put them in this blue bag right here because there's too many. This key decoder is very rarely used, but every so often I have a need for it. Here's a bunch of tools to remove different things and open and change combinations, elevator key. And this section in here was all just dumped in a plastic bag, so, or in a plastic bin. And I mean, basically, you see, it's just screwdrivers, a hinge doctor that's definitely going in the Pro Pac. Just spare screwdrivers, the channel lock copies of the Cobras that I have I don't like them at all. Just drivers. I've got this, which is a tamper-proof driver. Comes with bits in there, but I also have two over here. I keep these in different places, but two full high-security kits, as well as another drill bit set. This is kind of my, and again, tools to remove certain Corbin and Schlage. These are both Schlage, and flathead screwdrivers, and pins, and touch-up stuff. There's a lot more tools that I use specifically in my truck only for rekeying actual locks, because I take the locks to the truck to rekey them, except for what I'll show you over here. So lastly over here, I use this, I've been using for about a year, the rigid, smaller, the shorter 22-inch box. These make great drill kits. I can keep all my bits in these. When I close the lid, the indentation, sorry about the glare, but the indentions kind of seal each one, because I keep this standing up in my truck because it's got side handles. And while they're not really side handles, they make great side handles. So yeah, one of my drills, most of my chisels, and one of my east wing hammers. I've got another east wing here. A couple of snips, 10 snips if I need to cut through some stuff. A little Rev Leatherman. Several different tape measures that very rarely get used. A little mini hacksaw. I've got a full-size hacksaw in the car. Putty knife. Needle nose pliers. I very rarely use these. And here's my bag. This all came out of one bag. I just picked this up because this one is really old and worn out, but I rivet a lot, so this is kind of my rivet kit, and it all came out of one bag. I'm not sure where it's going to go again, but it's just one bag. So anyway, that's it. Let's go over here to my mobile keying kit, and this is one of the things I would like to straighten up again one day when I find the correct bag for it. Oh no, it's falling. Stay up there. So when I find the correct bag for it, I'd like to organize this a bit better. This is a nice bag, and it's green, so I know exactly what it is. But basically, I keep everything I need to rekey, what I might run into if I'm carrying this into a building, and I don't want to have to walk back and forth with the locks, blank keys for shimming, plug followers, small screwdrivers. My one-way drivers, this is the two smaller ones. They should be over there with the bigger one. In fact, I'll keep those out so I can do that. Some more varieties. Spare keys, some more flatheads, and Phillips head drivers. Tweezers. Yay. This one's kind of a neat newer tool. I'm going to set that down there. It's got, sorry about that, it's got thread on one side and the bit on the other side. And that threaded thing just doesn't want to stay in the hole there, so we'll put that back in there. Making you sick, aren't I? So anyway, yeah, face cap pliers, some more files, some extra picks. Another pair of tweezers, Torx, multi-Torx driver. I have the dedicated Torx driver for Schlage push button locks to take apart, and some True Arc pliers for wisers, and then of course the mini pinning kit, just enough for a few locks. And then you'll notice the pad here on the bottom, which actually gets folded up and put in there too, so that I can protect whatever surface I have to lay it on. So anyway, that's it. Sorry it took so long, and I'm gonna have to merge it together because I accidentally pressed stop, but yeah, that's most of the locksmith tools that I use pretty frequently in its entirety. And we're gonna see how that MC holds a good portion of this without making it too ridiculously heavy. So we'll just see how that works out, and I'll post a follow-up video later, I guess. All right, thanks, bye.